right, guys, make sure those feet are locked in good. And have those paddles ready, okay? All right, let's go 3 forward. All right, guys, welcome to the Upper Ocoee. So, got 10 miles of whitewater today. And like I said, it's going to start out a little bit slower, but it's going to gradually pick up over these first 2 miles. So, we got crazy names for all our rapids, all our different sections of the river. This right here is called Busch Gardens, and rafting amongst the treetops here. So, this section of river, like I said, it turns on. The dam's like directly behind us, a couple hundred feet. Turns on in the morning. Weekends, from the weekend before Memorial Day to the weekend after Labor Day for us. Let's go 2 forward. So it gives us the nice big whitewater that we have today. These trees are not normally flooded out like this.
Is the river a little bit higher since it's 9?
Let's go 1 forward. It should be up a little bit. So our upper release is usually very, very consistent. The middle can vary a little bit more. So, you know, just based on how much water, how much rain we've had over a certain period of time, just will determine how much water they actually release for us.
Awesome. So, yeah, we went on opening day, and it was ripping.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, after all that rain.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So guys, especially in these first few miles, you know, just enjoy taking the scenery right here. It's a beautiful area up here. Let's go 1 forward. When we get down to the big rapids, it's gonna be hard to be looking around because we're gonna have a lot of water flying out. Let's go. That's right.
So are the kayakers kind of like safety people?
They so they're private boaters, but they are with us. Yeah, so they are like safety kayakers. So if anything, they're gonna stay with us throughout the trip today. That's Eric and Chaz. And you know, if anything crazy happens, they were to pull up next to you and you happen to be swimming, you could grab onto their kayak. They would expect you to grab on. They would help you out. Okay. I promise you guys are gonna get plenty wet sitting in this boat today, so no need to fall out in the rafting. And we got a couple great swim spots as well, anyways. So best swim spots will be a little bit after lunch, and it's on the upper still, even before we hit the middle section. It's like a big, long, lazy river. It's really cool. It's kind of like what we're in right now, but a lot deeper. Yeah, this is a neat area right here. Let's go 1 forward. And once we get through here, sorry, left hand side, we'll get you out of these trees here. It's gonna open up very nicely for us. It's nice. We don't have any traffic in front of us, so we'll just kind of be able to go along here. We don't have to worry about, you know, anyone, at least right now. Yesterday, wow, yesterday was probably the busiest day I've seen this year on the middle. It was really busy out there.
That's what we chose today.
Yeah, well, Sunday's always a better choice for that. Except for the holiday weekend. For whatever reason, Sundays seem to be busier, but you know, weekend before holiday weekend, you're still good. So let's go 1 forward. Let's go 1 forward. What's up, Jez?
What's up, gang? Whitewater boat riding. How about you? Not having
Paddle 1 forward. right, guys, go ahead and make sure we lock those feet back in. And we're gonna be leaving Florida now after this, so let's go back 3 if we can. Let's try to back off this whole area. There we go.
Have fun.
All right, let's paddle 2 forward. And let's go 2 forward. And 2 forward. All right, guys, in just a moment, we're going to be approaching our first Class 4 rapids of the day. So I'm going to be starting to hit a lot of big rapids coming up over this next mile. And we have like 2 Class 4s that are going to lead us into the Olympic section. So before each rapid, especially on these bigger rapids, we're going to just talk about them just a little bit before we run them. So this first one's called Mikey's Ledge. It's actually the biggest ledge drop of the day. So it's nothing crazy. The Ocoee's not known for ledge drops, so our raft's not going to go vertical or anything, but it's a good little drop. We're going to slide down a little bit. And we have to run this in a very precise manner. So we're going to basically float up to the ledge. And I'm either going to call 1 or 2 strokes, just depending on my position, because I have to drop this ledge in a very particular area. Let's go 2 forward. So what I'll have you do, let's go 1 more and 1 more. I guess I'll call 1 or 2 strokes, and then I'm going to have you guys lean into the boat. When you lean in, I want you to lean all the way in, okay? Then once we drop that ledge, do be ready to continue to paddle, because the rapid does continue on for a little bit, okay? Got some nice waves and stuff at the end of the rapid. All right, let's paddle 2 forward. And 1 forward.
You gonna go?
You can go ahead of me if you want.
Brandon went down already, so
Okay. Okay. Let's go 2 forward. All right, guys, this is called Mikey's Ledge. Let's go 2 forward. For the most part, I'm just gonna let the river do most of the work leading up to it. I might call a couple strokes here and there. You can kind of see ahead of us where that water's bubbling up. That's where the drop-off is. Make sure we're locked in good. Whatever we do, we want to stay in the boat on these rapids. Nice, guys. Go ahead and sit up. Kind of spin it around. See if we can watch the kayaker drop it really quick. Oh, they're stopping right above it. Okay. All right, let's go 2 forward. And 1 forward. Yeah. And 2 forward. All right, guys, how we doing?
Awesome. Man.
Good.
Hey.
That's not necessarily our biggest rapid out here, but we have to run in a very precise manner, like I said. So we drop that ledge. We basically have a few inches on either side. That's the only playroom I have, dropping that ledge right there. Yeah, there's rocks, a lot of dry rocks on either side of that. Now this next one, guys, it's gonna start to be a little bit more more like the Olympic section coming up. So it's gonna be really good practice for the Olympic section. So this rapid is called the Blue Hole. The entrance to the rapid is called Let's Make a Deal. So everyone heard that game show, Let's Make a Deal. There's 3 doors. We know what door we want. We know where the biggest prize is at. So we're gonna go for door number 2. That's gonna set ourselves up perfectly for the Blue Hole. So the Blue Hole is a big pushy rapid, and basically, guys, the current is going to be taking us everywhere that we don't want to be. So we're going to be fighting that current, okay? So I'm going to be calling, I'll call some specific paddle strokes going up into it, but when we drop into Let's Make a Deal, be ready for a paddle forward, and we're going to paddle hard through this one, okay? Basically, guys, this is your last practice for the Olympic section. This is going to show me what you guys are capable of going through the Olympic section. Now I've already determined how we're running the Olympic section. Like I've already told you from the beginning, you guys can paddle. We're running the deepest part of every rapid. So, all right, let's go 2 forward and 1 forward. All right, guys, we're gonna hang out here for just a moment. Now let's talk about the Blue Hole just a little bit more. Like I said, it's gonna be a big pushy rapid. We're gonna be fighting that current, paddling through it. You're gonna be splashed, at least a few times through this rapid. The Blue Hole is like a very popular spot when the water's turned off. A lot of people come up here and go swimming. So there's not really any current flowing through. There's nice big holes that you can swim around in. And there's like holes, underground caves. And that sounds really cool, but if you think about it, a whitewater element, that's pretty dangerous, right? So this is one of the rapids that we gotta make sure that we stay in the boat. You guys are doing a good job paddling and staying locked in. Just keep doing what you're doing. We'll be good to go. Having those paddles in the water. And we had a little bit, so we're gonna try something on this to try to help us stay our sink, because our sink's getting a little off. Back there, if I can deal with it up here, but we're not gonna be able, that's not gonna be good for us. So we have to be on point with our sink. So what I'll have you do in a moment, we're gonna talk about it in a moment, but I'm gonna have you guys like count off the strokes. But we'll go over that in just a second.
That's what I usually do.
Yeah. So we're gonna do that, and I think that really gonna help everyone stay together for that, okay? But let's talk about, so Callahan's, we're come out of Callahan's. Like I said, I'm gonna be paddling you hard through Callahan's. When we come out of Callahan's, I'm only gonna give you about 3 to 4 seconds of rest time. I'm gonna rest you as much as I can. It just depends on where we come out of Callahan's. Callahan's is a very big pushy rapid. We can come out of it in multiple areas. So I have an ideal spot I like to come out. Don't always come out in that area. So I'll rest you as much as I can, and then I'm gonna be calling another paddle forward. And what we're doing is we're going into Godzilla and Humongous. Now Godzilla and Humongous are 2 giant holes right next to each other, about a paddle, about a boat length apart. So Godzilla's the one that you're really gonna notice. That's the first one. And what's gonna happen is this is gonna stall our boat out big time. So we have to build our momentum. We have to get boat speed going into it. So you guys have to be paddling very hard and in sync. In sync is very important, because we lose momentum if we're out of sync. The boat goes like this, and that's not good. We need to be trucking full speed ahead forward.
That's class 5?
4+ is what I call it. You know,
Right.
You know, if it's on another river that had more dangerous elements, the wave itself could very likely be, you know, a Class 5 size wave. So yeah, it's a big wave, and it requires us to all be on it to get through it. It's a lot of fun. And so, very important, guys, especially, you know, Callahans and especially Godzilla and Humongous, you're gonna get blasted with water. I mean, you know, you're not even gonna be able to see. It's very important that you keep those paddles moving. The tendency for some people, I think you guys are gonna be okay with this, because from what I've seen so far, because you guys have done this before, tendency for some people, they freeze up when they get blasted with that big, you know, wave of water. It's very important that you keep those paddles churning. Keep that head down. You're not gonna be able to see anything. Keep that paddle driving into the water. Just keep going, keep going. The raft's gonna be going up and down all over the place. Guys, you might catch air on one stroke. That's okay. Get it on the next one, all right? You know, because like you say, if you're way up in the air like this, yeah, you're not gonna be able to touch the water, but count it as a stroke and just take another one, get it on the next one, all right? Just keep going. Keep going. Whatever you do, just don't stop paddling. That's the most important thing.
Don't open your mouth.
Don't open your mouth. Guys, there's plenty. We'll have beverages available right after we run this, I promise, okay? But guys, just like I said, paddle hard. So what happens, like, let's talk about Godzilla. It's probably gonna stall our boat out really bad. You guys, it's gonna take your energy, your paddle strokes to get us out of that hole, okay? Guys, if you start to feel the boat stall, or if you start to feel the boat actually move backwards, we're in a lot of trouble. It means paddle as hard as you can. There's gonna be people out here watching. They love to come watch this stuff. The louder they get, guess what? The worse we're doing, okay? They start cheering, hooping, and hollering. That means the swim is imminent. Paddle as hard as you can, okay?
Right.
Now let's talk about the safety aspect of this, okay? Well, hold on. Let's stop. Let's finish the rapid and stuff first. So, we're gonna hit Godzilla, and then Humongous is something that we go through. It's a big hole, but we don't have any momentum going through, you know, because it's taken everything that we can to get through Godzilla. So we're gonna, even coming out of Godzilla, you have to keep paddling because we have to get through Humongous. Humongous is like a slow rapid. We'll kind of go through it. You won't feel it too much if we run it correctly. Now, if we run it incorrectly, you'll be in the water and you have absolutely no idea what happened, okay? So it's one of those rapids. So just keep paddling hard for me. When we make it through Humongous, let's not celebrate yet. We still have some paddling. We have to navigate Class 3 whitewater just to get to the takeout area. So once I'm sitting back on a rock like this, then we'll celebrate that we made it through, okay?
Good deal.
And guys, give it that you're all on this. Don't leave anything out there. We're gonna have 45 minutes to recharge, refuel when we're done this. So just give it pretend these are gonna be your final paddle strokes of the day. Give everything that you have on these. I need you to paddle as hard as you can.
So if y'all want, I can do the count once you call it out. I'll just go 1.
Yeah, so let's
I'll
talk about that. So I always say, if you could just count with them, you know, even if you're counting in your head with them, it'd be great if you go audible count with them. That'll help you, but just try to everyone count together. And I always suggest just cycle through the numbers 1 through 3. So even if I'm going through a paddle forward, once you get to 3, just go back to 1. Just, you know, audibly. The reason being, if we go to like 14, 15, you just tend to start taking strokes off at that point. But if you're going 1, 2, 3, it keeps like a nice rhythm going. Yep.
Sweet.
So let's talk about the safety aspect really quick, because people do fall out here. Our goal, guys, let's paddle hard. If we paddle hard, keep the boat driving, we're gonna run the heart of the rapid, and we're gonna make it through. If for whatever reason something goes wrong, we happen to end up outside this boat today. Very, very important. Safety is gonna be on the right-hand side of the river. If you fall in, unless you're right next to this boat, you need to actively try to swim to the right-hand side of the shore, to the bank, okay? There's lots of little eddies like we're sitting in right here. You guys, if you can get in one of those eddies, you can actually just crawl right out of the river real quick. If you just lay there and you don't do anything, you don't move those arms, and you're gonna stay in the middle of the river, and that river goes down forever. It's a very fast current, and you're gonna get swept way past the Olympic section.
Still toes.
But if you happen to be in that, still keep those, get those feet out in front of you. But like I said, if you fall in, try to physically move. Now, if you're a strong swimmer and you're comfortable turning over and swimming, I'm not saying you could bang your knee up a little bit. I'm not saying that. But the idea being is the less amount of time that you're in the water, the less amount of time you have to get hurt. So the longer you're in the water, the more of a chance you're going to bump something or have an injury. Okay. Now people do, usually it's just minor abrasions, scraps, scrapes and stuff like that. But you lessen that chance the quicker you get out of the water. So there's also going to be people standing on the bank throwing ropes. So look for those ropes. Like I said, if you grab a rope, they're going to pull you right in. They're going to get you out in just a few seconds. So that rope is your lifeline. If you see that rope, grab that rope, okay? Now, it's easier said than done, everything I'm saying. When you're in that turbulent whitewater, everything's kind of hectic, right? You're going up and down under the water, waves are splashing over you, you can't hear anything because there's white water. So do your best to try to find your bearings and move to that right-hand side of the bank. But guys, just paddle hard and let's not worry about that. Okay, let's just make it through. This is why we come. I'm not trying to scare you for anything, but this is why we do this right here. You know, the upper is to do the Olympic section. This is a lot of fun. Let's paddle hard, have fun, and then we'll eat some lunch and watch some other boats do it as well. All right?
Awesome, man.
All right.
Let's do it.
And we're just gonna hold up. We're gonna let that safety boat go down. So it'll probably be still a couple more minutes. So we'll just relax for a moment.
So you've been doing this 10 years?
10 years, yeah. Six here on the Ocoee with Quest.
Oh, all right. Where were we before that?
The Pigeon River. So it's Pigeon River is a river a few hours northeast of here. Okay. So basically, you actually start on it's right on Interstate 40, right? You know, it runs right next to Interstate 40. It's right on the North Carolina-Tennessee border. It flows into Tennessee.
Kind of out towards Asheville.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So just on the west side of Asheville. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Cool. Pigeon River is nothing like this.
No, it's not. It's a primarily class 3. That's what, you know, you have. Yeah. It's like, so you talked about the Nanahill. It's definitely a step above the Nanahill. It's probably somewhere between the Ocoee and the Nanahill as far as rapid intensity and stuff like that.
Yep. Isn't this the middle, like the most consecutive rapids in the nation?
It is. It's the most consecutive, you know, most consistent section of whitewater. It's also the most rafted section of whitewater. You know, Pigeon, cool. Pigeon, Colorado, and the Ocoee are like the top 3, you know, actually rafted rivers in the U.S. So.
My buddy, he was supposed to be out here with us, and it was at night. He was coming down the stairs, freaking cat on the second step from the top. He steps on the cat, takes Superman down.
Oh God!
Tears his rotator cuff. So he was supposed to be out here with us. He runs all the trips we do it together.
Gotcha.
But in October we're going up to the Gollies.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Have you done Golly before?
No.
Oh wow.
He has.
I can tell you're excited about it. You're gonna be in for a treat, man. You're gonna love it. Yeah.
They got actually like Hell Week or something up there too, don't they?
They do. They have like, it's like a Golly Fest or something, like it's something, or I think it's in September they do that. It's earlier on, but
is that what it is?
But I mean, it's so crowded out there. You probably would enjoy it more if you're not there during that week. But that's up to you. If you like that type of stuff, yeah, it's super crowded during that time.
I jump out of airplanes too.
Okay.
So they got Bridge Day.
Yes.
They got Bridge Day,
where they jump off that New Gorge Bridge.
I want to do the bridge one day and then the Golly the next.
Yeah.
That will be like the ultimate bucket list right there.
You're gonna like the Golly release. So so you run the Golly during the summertime, but that's a standard release, and then that's that. So six weeks from mid-September to the end of October is when they draw that lake down, and that's when you get that big class 5, big class 5 whitewater. And I did it for my first time last year. I R2'd it at my first trip, so it was me and a guy just sitting across from each other in the middle of the boat. And I'd never seen the river before. He's only seen it once, and we ran it without scouting it. We just ran the river. And we swam one rapid. We swam. It's called Iron Ring. So if you're there and your guide says Iron Ring, remember that rapid. I swam the entire length of it 2 days in a row. It's a long rapid, so you're gonna be like, wow. It was not fun. It's like,
is the hamster wheel fun? I've seen people doing the hamster wheel.
Oh, those things? I've never been in one of those before. I'd love to do that.
That'd be so freaking cool. Yeah. You're like strapped in the middle of it.
Yeah, you can't really get hurt. You're always going to stay in there.
Yeah. Right? You're going to get wet. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. All right, guys, we are going to move on here. Sorry about that. Let's go ahead and lock ourselves back in and grab those paddles.
Yeah, no kidding. These are done, man. I should have brought my money. Maybe bought some, you know. Sorry, I'm new to that. Nothing I can do.
All right, let's go 2 forward. There we go. Yeah, make sure we count those out, guys, if we can. Let's go 2 forward. There we go. That looks good. Let's go 2 forward.
1, 2,
Now you guys are hungry. Use this as extra. We're eating lunch right after this. So use that as motivation when you're paddling, all right? Lunch is waiting us. Let's go one forward. Scooby, just get in there, man, because they're... Apparently these yellow boats are invisible today, so it's... Scooby, we must have grabbed the invisible yellow boats today. let's go two forward. So again, I'm going to give Scooby plenty of space. We'll let him get a little bit ahead of us because we don't ever want to catch up to him in these rapids. Well, we just don't want to run into another boat because then we lose all our momentum that we have. Let's go two forward. Alright. By the time we get turned around and run this first rapid, he's going to be down there a good ways. So, alright guys, this first rapid is called Best Ledge. Let's go two forwards. Here we go, two forward. Yeah. And back one. Back one. There we go. All right, guys. Next rapid is called Smileys. Now there's a big smiley face on this rock when the water's turned off that you can see. Let's go one forward. There we go. Let's go one forward. Punch that one pretty good. Like I said, I call these the baby force, and then we have the monster force. Let's go three forward. One, two. All right, smallest of the bunch is next. This is called Slam Dunk. Let's go one forward. Oh yeah, here we go. Good little drop right there. All right, guys, now it gets real. Look ahead of us. We see a big, long rapid with multiple peaks. Get ready for me. I'm gonna need everything you got. Let's go two forward. Let's go two forward. All right, guys. Here we go. Paddle forward. Go. Dig it out. Don't stop. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Go. Keep going and take a break for a moment. Actually, give me three more. Three forward. Here we go. Let's go two forward. All right, we're continuing. One last hit. One forward. All right, guys, here we go. Gonna rest for a second. Godzilla and Humongous are next. Get ready for me. All right, let's go three forward. We're gonna build our momentum back up. Let's go three forward. Paddle forward, go, don't stop. Dig it out. I need more than that, guys. That's not enough. That's not enough. I need more. I need more. Go. Go. Come on. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. All back. All back. All back. Actually, take a break. Take a break. Good job, guys. Guys, we got all of that one. Yeah, we stalled the boat for like seconds on that one. It was amazing, guys. Nice job. Wow. Let's go two forward. 1, 2. he's still able to run humongous. Sometimes you get blown out what's called the back door. We held on, we sunk that boat underwater, and we still made it through. All right, get ready for me, guys. Paddle forward, go! And take a break. Guys, in all seriousness, that's the biggest hit I've had this year. I need a paddle 5 in there from surviving the Olympic section. Guys, we crushed that hole. Give yourselves a pat on the back. That was amazing.
Good job, guys.
All right, guys, just hang tight for a moment. Whew. That's the one rapid as a guide always gets my adrenaline going. Always pumped up after that rapid, especially when we run it like that. All right, guys, make sure those feet are locked in. The good news is we're only 3 miles into a 10-mile trip today, so we have 7 more miles to go. 2 more miles to the upper, and followed by 5 additional miles in the middle section. So now we do have 1 additional large rapid coming up very shortly. This one's a lot of fun, so be ready for that. I know we just dried off. It's going to change in just a moment. So.
We definitely had more weight to the boat at
Yeah.
So we ran Godzilla pretty good?
Oh yeah, we ran it excellent.
We almost had to go with the money.
You guys paddled us through Godzilla really good. So.
Cadence helps out a lot.
Yes, it does. Now this next rapid, I think you're going to like this one as well. This is going to be the final class 4 that we run on this upper section. So
There's no pods on this?
I mean, some companies call them 5s, you know, they're big 4s, you know, like, that's what we call them. That's probably what the true classification of them is.
It's like right there.
All right, let's go 3 forward.
1, 2, 3.
Let's go 3 forward.
1, 2, 3.
And 3 more forward. Alright guys, in just a moment we're going to be running that class 4. This is called Roach Motel. It's a lot of fun right here. Let's go 2 forward. Now at the end of this rapid, I'm going to yell for a brace for impact. That means just be ready. It's going to be pretty good hit. Let's go 1 forward. It just means we're going to run into the rapid really hard. Just be careful. Just be ready to get jolted. It's really good. All right, here we go, guys. Let's go 2 forward. 1, 2, 3 forward. 1, 2, 3 forward. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. All right, guys. The final part of this is called Hungry Mother. 2 forward. Here we go. 1, 2. All right, brace for impact. Here we go. Yeah. Hey, give me back 2. 1, 2. And 1 forward. 1. Huge rapid. It's just not retentive like Godzilla. So, you know, as long as we keep it straight, we're going to make it through. We don't have to necessarily have the paddle stroke. It won't grab us like Godzilla does. But in some ways, it's almost a bigger hit than Godzilla is. Now let's go 1 forward, guys. I'm going to spin us around take a look at, this is really my favorite view on the river, looking back up at that rapid with that, you know, those mountains in the background. It's really beautiful. And let's go 2 forward. 1, 2. Hey guys, as we continue on here, the river will slowly wind its way back down the way it wound up. But we're gonna have some fun still on this section of the river, just because we're done with the major rapids. We have a class 3 ledge drop coming up shortly. We'll talk about that as we approach it. But before that, we're gonna play around on another little surf hole. This one I guarantee you will get into it, okay? So, and then after we do that, after we run that last class 3 ledge drop, which we'll talk about as we approach it, we're gonna have our first and best swim spot of the day. It's like a big lazy river. It's a lot of fun. So we'll be approaching that area in about 10 to 15 minutes. That's one of the powerhouses. So that'll be the first powerhouse that we, that one's run by the dam that we know next to where we started at. And then a little bit below that, we'll see the dam, the middle dam. And then at the very end of our trip today, we'll see the final powerhouse. And that's actually the last rapid we run is called Powerhouse Rapid, right next to that powerhouse. No, it's not. They're all condensed up in that middle of the area. I love the pacing of these all-day trips. I really look forward to weekends of running these full river trips, just because you get to experience, you know, both sections of the river. And you know, both sections are very unique in their own ways. So we play around a lot more in this upper section, which is really cool. And then people have never done the Ocoee, you know, they hear about the upper, they don't realize there's so many rapids on the middle. In the middle of this, you keep hitting rapid after rapid. I know most of y'all are familiar with that, but it's just, you know, the ones that aren't familiar, they're always like super surprised that, you know, you get to run all those rapids afterwards. You ever have a rap pop? I've never had really anything pop. I mean, I've had a floor maybe lose some air before one of these stores. They maintain these boats like really well. And really, these are like other places I worked at other companies way in the past. Now, you can still get these down if you lose something. So there's 4 chambers actually on the outside. Let's go 2 forward really quick. So if you lose it, for whatever reason, one were to pop, you'd still be able to make it down the river. You know, it wouldn't be ideal, but you can get the boat down. I've never had any of the sides go out on me before. I've never experienced that. All right, let's paddle 3 forward. Welcome to the middle of Ocoee. This first rapid right here, big rapid called Grumpies, okay? Like I said before, I was telling Cooper, if you swim Grumpies, you're guaranteed to be grumpy the rest of the day. Just don't swim Grumpies, okay? If you look up, we have Snow White, that's our big pour over, and Grumpy's Ledge is what we're gonna run up here. The 7 doors for the 7 small ledges. You see this little spillway coming off the dam here? That's when they're not running water through the Ocoee, they're running it through that, it's like a big aqueduct, and we're gonna see where it empties out 5 miles down at the Powerhouse at the end of the river today. All right, guys, here we go. We're gonna run this. Now I'm pointing that out because that thing only drops a few feet in elevation over the 5 miles that we're getting ready to run, and we're gonna be dropping it about 270 feet on this stretch. Let's go 2 forward. Sorry, dude. I thought I was moving down the river. All right, let's go 2 forward. 1, 2. Go 1 forward. 1. Oh, they got it. They got it. Go 2 forward. 1, 2. All right, guys, let's go 1 forward. 1. And 1 forward. 1. Go 2 forward. 1, 2. I'm not gonna make it. Let's go 2 forward. 1, 2. Forward 1. Go 3 forward. Go. 1, 2, 3. 2 forward. 1, 2 forward. 2 more. And 3 forward. 1, 2, 3. Nice, man. That was actually a little surprise. Go 3 forward. 1, 2 more. So that's this little area right here is called staging eddy. So, guys, a lot of kayakers don't want to run grumpies because of how crazy of a swim it would be. So they'll start right here. It's also a good practice area for them. They like to practice in that little surf hole that we just went into. They flip upside down and practice their rolls and stuff like that.
I believe you got a measuring stick right there.
Yes, yeah. So we know how the level of the river, correct? We're gonna go ahead and give it another shot. I didn't like the angle I was going into that at.
He's having too much fun. Is he getting paid for that?
Nah, he's just
One more there. One more.
Go 1 forward. Go 2 forward.
1, 2.
2 forward.
1,
2 more.
1,
2 more. Take a break. Take a break. Oh no. Paddle forward. Go.
3, 1.
All right. Take a break, guys. Take a break. I didn't call you off loud enough.
Oh, we missed it.
All right, let's go back 2. Not very sticky today. I'm looking at every boat just kind of getting spit out of there.
Not too sticky today?
Not too sticky. Not to worry, I think Hollywood today will be a good level, so Hollywood's my favorite surf.
Well, the first time we hit it, it kind of surprised me, man. I was like...
Yeah, we got a good little flush in there.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah. Going down, right. Doesn't look that good.
Let's go 3 forward.
1, 2, 3.
And 3 forward.
1, 2, 3.
All right, guys, let's go 1 forward. And 1 forward. All right, guys, we're entering a class 2 section right here called Gonzo Shoals. So very, very shallow, rocky area of the river. Gonna take some very deliberate paths to get through here. You'll probably see some boats stuck, so I see one stuck ahead of us. So we're gonna dodge those as well. At least they're highlighting the rocks for us, right? So, yeah, but in all seriousness, it is easy to get stuck. So, if we get stuck, shift some weight around, we'll get right off. Go 1 forward.
1.
And 1 forward.
1.
go 1 forward. All right, guys, we're gonna drop this ledge right here. We're gonna angle the boat to the left. So right-hand side, just be careful, okay? It's gonna get very bouncy through this area. So I don't want to bounce anyone out of the boat. Let's go 2 forward. Go 1 forward. Everyone go ahead and lean in for me. We have a double ledge drop. Lean in. And continue to lean in. All right. Very nice. Lean a little. Hard line. Let's go 1 forward. Let's go 1 forward. One forward. Guys, just ahead of us, where those blue boats are getting ready to run into that rock, we're gonna go just to the right of the rock. We're gonna reach out, give it a little love. We call this good luck or karma rock. We're gonna give it a little love with our paddles here. Give it a nice little tap. If you can reach out the left-hand side of the boat, I'll get as close as I can. There we go. We got it, guys. Good job.
Bad news if you don't find no rock, and bad luck
All right, let's go 2 forward. Whoa, take a break, take a break. Go 2 forward. Go 2 more. And 2 forward. And 1 forward. All right, guys, very shortly we're going to be coming up on our first class 4 of the middle of Ocoee. So this is called Broken Nose. This is a technical class 4. So and now don't worry about the name. It's called that for kayakers that flip upside down. There's a big rock that they can smack their face on. We're in a nice big raft. But this rapid's difficult for a guide to run. So listen up for my paddles and listen up at the end when I tell you to lean in. Okay, but we will paddle in the middle of this rapid. And it's also going to be very shallow on the approach. So you're going to feel some rocks underneath this coming up to it. Go 1 forward. Go 2 forward. All right, guys, get ready for me. This is Broken Nose. Let's go 1 forward. Go 2 forward. 2 more. 2 more. Everyone get down for me. Guys, you can't grab them. you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, guys, get ready for me, okay? Let's go 2 forward. Let's go 2 forward. Guys, good job. Way to help out there. I'll go ahead and explain that in just a moment. That was pretty crazy, wasn't it? Oh yeah, it's on video. Let's go 1 forward. Lean in for me. Yeah. All right, go ahead and sit up. Oh yeah.
Knocking the shit out of your competition.
So guys, if we don't tee up on them, if I were to try to miss them or take it sideways, we end up in that surf. I have to tee up on them to do this again. All right, guys, a little ledge drop called slice and dice. Let's go 1 forward. Let's lean in, lean in. Paddle forward, go. Keep going. Give me 1 more. Take a break. Take a break, take a break, take a break, take a break. 2 forward. 2 more. Yeah. 2 forward. All right, guys, we're gonna flush that. Let's go back 1. Good job, guys. Let's go 2 forward. We finally got a good surf in there. Let's go 2 forward. 2 forward. And lean in for me. And 3 forward. 1, 2, 3. And 3 forward, guys. 1, 2, 3. All right, guys, how we doing so far? A little exciting on the middle, isn't it?
I'm worried about the other dude. Wes knocks the crap out of me.
Like I said, I'm never trying to hit anyone intentionally, but like remember I explained at the beginning, if it's us or them, the only way we make it through that rapid is to paddle into it like that. So. So that, like what they were is they were stuck in the surf sideways ahead of us. It's almost impossible to paddle out of that. So they're waiting on either someone to bump them out. But if I take it sideways, we just take their place. And then we're the ones that get rammed, right? So we don't want that.
Yeah, that poor kid, man, his eyes got bad, man.
Let's go back 2 if we can.
1, 2.
All right, guys.
I feel bad for the kid, but
Looks like the guy decided to join at the end of that.
They're like a wet cat, man. It's just like, oh.
All right, so this is your rapid. This is Moonshoot coming up, okay? So this is Moonshoot coming up. This is your rapid. I think we all know what this rapid means by now, right? So we're gonna see that rock. You're gonna see exactly what I'm talking about when we come up here.
You're going a little crap. I just sit up front.
There you go.
Yeah, right.
All right, let's go 2 forward.
1, 2.
So if you look downstream, you can see it right now. It's almost here. I'll point the boat right at it, right straight ahead. There. But we're gonna do that rock above it. We're gonna go just to the left where those kayakers are going around. We're gonna go around that rock. We're gonna backspin, and we're gonna go just right of that cracked rock.
You gonna be calling one side forward?
No, I'll just call everyone forward on this one. I'll do the backspin myself. Let's go 1 forward.
1.
Let's go 1 forward.
1.
1 forward.
1.
3 forward.
1. 2.
And 2 forward.
1. 2.
And 1 forward.
1.
And 1 forward. Yeah, there's that plume line kind of peeking out of the woods. Through that tree line right there.
That gives you a reference of how far we've gone down.
Correct, yeah. Pretty neat to see that. And we'll see it, we'll see that at different points. You get a really good view of it towards the end of the river.
Yeah, it's really high up.
And let's go 1 forward. That rock ahead of us, just peeking out of the water, we call that alligator rock. We're gonna go, yeah, that one right there.
Crocodile rock.
Go 2 forward.
1, 2.
Go 3 forward.
1, 2, 3.
And 2 more.
1.
All right, guys, in just a moment, we'll be going through our next class 4 rapid. This is called Double Suck. Now, Double Suck is another retentive rapid. So think Godzilla, it's on a slightly smaller scale, but like Godzilla, we have to have momentum going into it. So if you look at the boat ahead of us, they're driving left of the river. They're gonna go right in front of that big rock. And then we're gonna crank the boat to the right, and I'm gonna call paddle forward. We're gonna paddle as hard as we can into it, okay? Our goal is to drive right as we're going over the ledge to hit that deepest part of the rapid. Let's go 2 forward.
1, 2.
Let's go 2 forward.
1, 2.
All right, get ready for me. Paddle forward, go! Dig it out, keep going. Dig it out. Yeah, and take a break, good job, guys. Let's go back one, back one. All right, lean in for a moment, lean in, we're gonna spin right. There we go. Guys, really quickly, let's get a paddle 5 in there for crushing that rapid. Good job, team. Now this is another nasty section of river. It's like a lot like Grumpy's. This is like Hell's Half Mile. It's very, very shallow, rocky parts of the river. So, back at Double Stuff, we always make sure no one falls in there, because if they do, we don't want them swimming this area. You know, we go after them to make sure they don't enter this part right here. Guys, as we make our way through this turbulent water, the river's going to bend to the right, and we're going to be going into our next major rapid called Double Trouble. That was Double Suck. This is Double Trouble. Now, Double Trouble is another photo rapid. They took our pictures at Godzilla and Humongous. We weren't about to tell you about that, right? Oh, we were worried about making it through the rapid. This one will at least let you know they're going to be snapping some photos of us.
Well, we got some killer pictures last time.
All right, guys, 2 forward. 1 forward. Yeah. Woo.
I thought you were going out.
I think we buried it on that one as well. What do you think?
Yeah, I saw all the slick coming on me. I was like, oh, he's coming.
I was leaning out, but I had my
Yes, it is. Let's go 2 forward.
1, 2.
Let's go 2 forward.
1, 2.
And 2 forward.
1, 2.
All right, guys, we're gonna hang out for just a moment. Now, guys, as we get moving here, the river's going to maintain its consistency of rapids. So we're going to still, stay in some class 2s and even class 3 rapids coming up in this next section. Very consistent.
Yeah, like this will work. So I guess they got people coming from the nanny up here, huh?
Oh, for the NOC boat? Yeah, I think they have their own, outfitter on this.
So they got one at the natty and then one up here.
Yeah.
So they call it the natty.
Yeah, yeah. gonna say,
Pull me in.
I got some good stuff with one of those OR boats on there. So.
Yeah.
I think you screwed up my shorts too much worse. How much to put the ballpark. We don't have an extra shirt for the ballpark. Might as well just wear a kilt, man.
Okay, let's go 3 forward. Here we go.
1, 2, 3.
Going to continue on in a class 2, class 3 rapid called left, right, left. Go back 1. And 2 forward. 1, 2. Go 2 forward. 1, 2. And 3 forward. 1, 2, 3. Trying to give the camera like a perspective, like right on the water. Trying to put my face on the water on that. All right, guys, just ahead, we're gonna squeeze between the bank and that rock for a little class 3 called squeeze play to get some nice roller coaster action going on through this rapid. All right, 2 forward. 1 more. All right, guys, next up we have a good sized class 3 called flipper. Very important, I'm going to call a paddle forward going into it. Please paddle hard, do not stop paddling, okay? What's that? That could be a possibility, so we're just going to paddle hard. Go 1 forward. All right, guys, get ready for me. Paddle forward, go! Keep going. Keep going. And take a break. Good job, guys. Take a break. All right, we're gonna get a little wet here. Everyone lean in. And back 2. And back 2. Go 1 forward. 2 forward. 2 forward. Paddle forward, go. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. All right, paddle forward, go. All right, take a break, take a break, take a break. Let's go back 1. I think we're on a rock. Gonna get off this rock. Here we go. All right, paddle forward, go. This is called Hollywood Hole. Take a break. 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 2 forward. 2 forward. All right, there we go. Take a break. job, guys. We got a great surf. Thank you.
This kid, he's always staying with us for safety, right?
Yeah, he's hanging out with us. There's 2 blue boats that are hanging out with us.
They just kind of hang out just in case.
Yeah, I mean, they're on a fun run, but they're guides for our company, so if we're getting in trouble, they're gonna help us out, absolutely.
Right. I figured this is always right around us.
Oh yeah, yeah. Anytime we can add, additional safety measures like that, we go ahead and do that. So it keeps everyone, having fun and being safe out here.
Can't ever be too cautious.
That's correct. All right, guys, if you'd like to, you can go ahead and unlock those feet again. We're coming up on our 2nd swim spot of the day. You're more than welcome to jump back in. Please go in feet first. Leave those paddles in the boat. Now, you won't have quite as long of a swim, so don't get too far away. We have about 2 or 3 minutes from this point.
I think we've all done this one before, except for...
Are we gonna have another swim spot?
This will be the final one, final swim spot.
Jump in. Come on.
This water is actually warmed up this week. Even like last weekend, it was actually cooler than this.
Yeah. I remember when we came on opening day.
Oh, I bet you it was frigid.
It was pretty cold, but I think the day was like 85 degrees.
Okay.
So it ended up being a nice day.
Nice.
It was supposed to be raining all that day, but they changed it up. We're like, opening day, gotta hit it, man.
Yeah.
But I think I like Quest more than Thunder.
Glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He's just saying that because you got the video rolling. You got to go.
Yeah, there you go. That's right.
You got to pay him for that. That was endorsement.
We just made a good commercial.
I mean, that's your guy right there.
Yeah. Excellent guide.
Thank you.
What was your name again, bro?
Aaron.
Aaron.
Yes.
Aaron with an A.
Yeah, they call me Double A-Ron, AA-Ron, but Aaron. Yeah.
Double A
Yeah.
Ron. All right. What does that go? What does that mean for?
There's a Comedy Central Key and Peele sketch about the substitute teacher that was like mispronouncing all the kids' names. And so every, as guides, we get like nicknames on the river.
Yeah.
That was really popular back then. So that's what stuck with me. So.
Yeah, mine's in skydiving. It's Red Rocket.
Okay.
One time when I was learning how to do head down, I actually buzzed right through a group, man.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah. Make the mistake only once. I had my ass chewed out, man.
Oh gosh.
Well, it was in my first 50 jumps, I've got over 500 now.
Oh wow. So you love doing that.
Yeah. I haven't been for a couple of years, man. I got to get my chute repacked and get up in the air again.
Right on.
I love anything drilling.
That's another Quest bus that was hauling ass when they went by.
How'd you get in that thing, man?
Just jumped right in. Here, I'll do it again.
He's got good knees. Here you go.
How do you do that?
So what I'm doing is in one motion, I'm bringing my body out, I'm pulling, kicking, locking an arm out, and then reaching with this arm. So the key is to lock this arm out.
This arm?
Yeah, and you want to grab right next to this little D-ring right here. That's going to give you the highest leverage point. Good shot. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get. I'm going to go ahead and start getting everyone in.
Rattlesnake balls, damn it. I think that's who I'm blaming it on. It's going down it, you know, you have to scoot down.
Oh yeah.
So I think we
did you go up that higher point where you have to climb pretty, you know, like off the steep end? Okay. Hey guys, I'm gonna get you in the boat, all right?
Let's do it.
Just come around the side for me. He's coming back here. So there, you can actually on that waterfall. If you saw it off to the left, you can kind of see like a trail's been worn in. You kind of climb up there, then you go to it. Actually, a higher waterfall that's up there.
I'm seeing that.
There you go. You guys got it. All right. There you go. So I'll have you coming in right here. All ready? Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Got everybody? We gotta get Ashton. Can we get him? He didn't get you. So you got me. Yeah. Good, pull back. There you go. Good job.
Good work, guys.
Excellent. We got some little guides in the making over here.
Here we go. It's not a bad summer job when you go to college.
That's what he said after the first time he went. He's like, I think I found my summer job.
Yeah, we have a lot of guides after they graduated college. They've ended up moving either like to Atlanta or Chattanooga to continue to guide with us on weekends. Yeah.
That's awesome. We look forward to every summer, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Alright guys, so we're gonna be down to about our final 2 miles of the river, okay? It's gonna start out a little bit slower. We're gonna start with some class 2 stuff called Hiwassee Shoals. So this is named after a river that we're running parallel with a few miles that way called the Hiwassee River. They eventually converge downstream. It just kind of mimics the look of the Hiwassee. Hiwassee is primarily like a class 2 small shelf drops, you know, on the river. So we're gonna navigate all that for a little bit. When we get towards the end of Hiwassee Shoals, it becomes a really difficult area to navigate. It's called the parking lot. And we might see why when we get up there if there's a lot of boats stuck up there. And then once we get through there, it's going to pick up into a really good series of rapids again. So, but let's make sure our feet are locked back in, just because, you know, we can bounce on some rocks through this area. All right, and let's go 3 forward if we can.
1, 2, 3.
It can be a class 5 kayak creek when there's enough rainfall. You get a big flow coming out of here.
Yeah, but you get a lot of carnage out of that.
Oh, sure, yeah, oh yeah. So I got up there one time. I think that wasn't there yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't there yesterday.
You gotta be nuts. You gotta be damn good or crazy.
All right, let's go 1 forward.
1. So I guess there's got to be a lot of rainfall for that to be running.
It has to rain, like, you know, pretty consecutively for, you know, for a couple days. But there's a huge hydraulic form at the bottom of that too, right there. It's pretty amazing to see it. So like a number of years ago, I think it was about 4 years ago, we had the commercially shut down for a couple days. They won't run it over 3,000. They won't let us on the river. But one day it got up to 6,500. The next day it got to $9 grand. So everything was going insane, and they were, you know, kayakers were running that as a class 5, and raft guys were bringing rafts out here and running this river, and I think making it down like 20 minutes over 5 miles.
How many mile an hour do you think it's going?
I don't know. At that point, I mean, let me see, 5 miles at, what did I say? 20 minutes. You gotta help me with the math here.
Well, like,
a mile and 4 minutes.
A mile and 4 minutes, yeah. Yeah, you're right. 15 miles an hour. And that's, I mean, think about it on the water. That's, you know, in a rapids trucking. I ran it at the 6,500 day. I had something to do on the next hour I ran it as well, but. Go 2 forward. I say those rafting trips though, like some stuff I'll never forget, because I mean it's just like huge waves and hydraulics, and I mean it's all guys that were paddling as hard as we can to barely make it through the rapids. You know, it's super intense.
And I'm sure that people get severely hurt or dead.
If they don't make it, you know, I mean, it's big enough for us, and we're like, we don't want to fall in that, you know what I mean? So we do everything we can to keep ourselves in that boat. No, you don't want to do that, because if you flip upside down, then you're done. Let's go 2 forward. That's the whole thing with like locking your feet in, because you know if the boat were to flip over, your feet are going to automatically release because there's no pressure on it anymore. And let's go 3 forward. 1, 2, and 2 forward. 1, 2. All right, guys, we're coming up on the parking lot, so. Looks pretty clear. I do see one boat that's stuck at the top of it. It's not surfable really. You can't stay in it for more than a second or two. Alright guys, we're going just to the right of that boat in front of us. Alright guys, lean in for a moment. Go 2 forward. 1, 2. Go 2. Well, take a break. Let's spin off of this for a moment. All right, now let's go 2 forward. Here we go. 1, 2. And 2 more. 2 forward. 1 forward. Lean in for me. Good job, guys. And paddle forward. 2, 3, 4. All right, take a break for a moment. And paddle 3 forward. 1, 2. And continue all forward. Keep going, keep going. All right, take a break. Good job, guys. We might be here for a second. It's a rough spot he's stuck on. That's a, that rock is very, very difficult to get off of. Now he's gonna get off of it at some point. I'm not saying he won't. It's just, he's got to work to move it. Oh yeah, he's stuck really good there. Looks like he's got it turned from when we passed him. When we passed him, it was more vertical. Oh, okay, that's a different boat that's stuck. So the other boat that was stuck, he's off now. I didn't realize it was another. All right, guys, we have a great series of rapids coming up. This first one is our next class 4 of the day. This is called Table Saw. The water's gonna funnel to the left. It's gonna become this big, long, turbulent rapid. You're gonna see here in just a second. After we run Table Saw, be ready to paddle, we're gonna go into a big class 3 called Diamond Splitter. But look at all that water turning ahead of us. Let's go 2 forward. Forward. Go 1 forward. Go 3 forward. All right, guys, this is Diamond Splitter. I'm actually gonna do a little spin through Diamond Splitter. Let's go 1 forward. 1 more. 1 more. All right, lean in. Yeah. And 2 forward. 1, 2. I wouldn't help. And 2 forward. 1, 2. That was Diamond Splitter. There's a good view of that plume line if you look up at the mountain there. All right, let's go 2 forward. 1, 2. Go back 1. 2 forward. 1, 2. All right, we're taking this one backwards as well. Here we go. Back 1. Hang on. Yeah. And 2 forward.
1, 2. You've been running it all day, just about.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. At the, I don't know if you noticed, Office Rebecca came and she switched out a card and a battery for me, so we got some new juice when we were up there at the middle take-in. All right, guys, like I said, Hellhole, which is directly under this bridge, followed by Powerhouse immediately afterwards, right next to the Powerhouse itself. So again, I'm going to be calling paddle strokes going into Hellhole. Be aware that after we come out of Hellhole, we will either continue with the all forward or we may switch to an all back. Very likely we'll switch to an all back, but be ready for either one. All right, we're going to get some momentum built up going to this. Let's go 3 forward. Here we go. This is a lot of fun.
2, 3. Here it comes, guys.
All right, let's go. 3 forward.
1, 2, 3.
2 forward. Paddle forward. Go. Yeah. All back. All back. Back. There we go. Good job, guys. Keep coming all back. And take a break for a moment. Good job. All right, this is Powerhouse. Final rapid. Let's go 3 forward.
1, 2, 3.
2 forwards. Last hit. Here we go. 1 forward. All right, guys. Guys, we just successfully navigated 10 miles of the Ocoee River. Let's get a battle 5 in the air one last time. Woo!
10 miles, man. I'm sure we're still in time.
Oh, yeah. Guys, that was an awesome trip. Thank you so much for your paddling. I said that makes my job a lot easier. It allows us to hit all those big rapids. So
Awesome, man. That's what we wanted. You did an awesome job.
thank
man.
you.
Very much appreciated.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed today, guys. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
And you were able to help me cover up. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. I just know you really like that moon shoot rapid, right? That's your favorite rapid.
I should have just been on all fours with my ass facing out.
So guys, again, you can go ahead and unlock those feet. You know, we're just going to kind of float in on here. I will need some paddle strokes from, you know, here and there, so just still be ready to paddle for me. But you can definitely go ahead and relax.
Is that an old bridge?
It is, yeah, an old bridge pylon. So apparently they used to, you know, this used to be a logging bridge. They used to log out some of that forest right there. A long, long time ago. And let's paddle 2 forward. It's one of those little like monitoring stations, so look at readings, you know, water flow, temperature, stuff like that.